Get ready for the market movers. We start with the AI stock explosion. Bloom Energy is absolutely surging, reporting a 130% year-over-year revenue increase and management raising full-year guidance to an 80% increase. We're diving deep into how this company's proprietary fuel cell technology is finally pushing it into profitable territory with $70 million in net income this quarter. This is the story of Bloom Energy and why it's exploding in the AI era. Helping move massive amounts of data over broadband networks at a lower cost. We'll explore how Lumentum's revenue grew by 90% year-over-year, and what CEO Michael Hurlston is saying about the upcoming earnings power from co-packaged optics and optical circuit switches. Finally, we turn to the massive shift in business strategy. How is Walmart reengineering its AI delivery speed? David Glick, SVP of Enterprise Business Services at Walmart, reveals that the move from quarterly planning to real-time iteration is unlocking huge gains. Learn how shifting from monolithic AI to a federated agent architecture is transforming how retail technology leaders approach deployment, and what this means for the future of enterprise AI. Artificial intelligence is fueling significant market gains, with companies providing development infrastructure leading the charge and outperforming the broader market. The industry is currently beating benchmarks like the NASDAQ 100, with specialized AA-focused exchange-traded funds, ETFs, also demonstrating strong performance. Several high-growth AI stocks have seen dramatic gains this year, with some doubling their value. Notable performers include Bloom Energy, SanDisk, Lumentum, Micron Technology, and Intel. Bloom Energy is capitalizing on the AI era by deploying its proprietary fuel cell technology to power data centers independently of the electric grid. The company has reported substantial growth, with revenue increasing 130% year-over-year in the first quarter and management raising full-year guidance significantly. Crucially, Bloom has moved into profitability, reporting $70 million in net income for the quarter. SanDisk is benefiting from the surging demand for its NAND flash memory products, essential for data storage in AI applications. Revenue accelerated sharply, with a 251% year-over-year increase in the third fiscal quarter, driven by a 233% rise in data center revenue. Management forecasts continued growth, projecting seven-fold revenue growth in the fourth quarter. Lumentum supplies optical products vital for high-speed data centers, enabling efficient data movement over broadband networks. While previously serving diverse sectors, data center demand is now a primary driver. The company reported a 90% year-over-year revenue increase in its third fiscal quarter and achieved GAAP operating profit. Micron Technology is a key supplier of memory chips, including DRAM and high-bandwidth memory, HBM, which are indispensable components for AI chips. Benefiting from high demand and tight supply, Micron saw a 70% year-over-year revenue increase in its second fiscal quarter, with earnings per share rising substantially. Intel is undergoing a significant turnaround. While it faced challenges as the market shifted towards GPUs and AI chips, the renewed demand for its central processing units, CPUs, for high-inference workloads is driving a recovery. Recent strategic deals with major AI companies suggest a strong potential for future growth for the technology giant. artificial intelligence is poised to fundamentally reshape capitalism, moving beyond mere technological advancement to transform the very structure of economic organization. Historically, Adam Smith explained how capitalism leveraged the division of labor for productivity gains. Today, the emergence of AI agents capable of running complex operations challenges this model directly. Startups like Andon Labs are already demonstrating AI agents, powered by models like Google Gemini, managing multifaceted business functions such as inventory, hiring, and scheduling in service environments. Similarly, tools such as Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 3.7 are showing business operational capabilities. The central question now is the timeline for AI to assume CEO roles in complex firms and the potential for AI-run startups. Furthermore, if agentic AI systems optimize resources without grasping nuanced human behaviors, such as the need for rest, unionization, or meaning in work, will they favor automated systems? This signals a potential shift where capital dominates labor so thoroughly that state intervention in the workforce may become necessary. The impact extends beyond traditional functions like pricing and logistics to capital allocation itself. Just as algorithmic trading systems can synchronize to create market events, the human element, characterized by diverse views, irrational speculation, and emotional decision-making, is crucial to market dynamism. There is a risk that an AI-optimized market could force individuals into rigid digital templates. While the immediate outlook points toward hyper-efficiency and soaring output per worker, this efficiency gain could lead to a scenario where capital accrues disproportionately to labor. This raises significant policy concerns, particularly in tech-heavy regions, regarding the potential erosion of industrial compacts. To sustain overall demand if AI enriches shareholders while displacing salaried workers, some economists suggest a redistributive policy, such as heavily taxing capital to fund a universal basic income. Regulatory focus has largely centered on AI safety due to the potential for autonomous systems to malfunction. However, as these systems become more agentic, policy attention is increasingly needed on social safety nets. Ultimately, the debate hinges on whether an AI-optimized free market can serve society. While efficiency is valuable, the text argues that true value creation requires human imagination, intuition, and original leaps of thought, qualities that current AI may struggle to replicate, suggesting that without this element, capitalism risks becoming overly dreary. Neu Dung-Kai-Tite. Walmart is fundamentally reengineering its approach to artificial intelligence delivery speed by shifting from traditional, monolithic systems to a real-time, federated agent architecture. This strategic pivot is designed to overcome the bottlenecks inherent in legacy AI deployment, which often rely on slow quarterly roadmaps and layered approvals. /N research indicates that the environment for enterprise AI adoption has drastically changed. While organizations previously deployed AI as a single, centralized capability, adoption rates have surged, and tools are already increasing developer output by up to 39%, compressing delivery cycles significantly. However, the primary constraint in enterprise AI deployment is organizational, not technical, with 77% of the hardest challenges remaining organizational. /N David Glick, SVP of Enterprise Business Services at Walmart, detailed how this shift is unlocking measurable gains in speed and reliability. Glick argues that the operating model built for scarcity is obsolete in an environment of abundance. He emphasizes that compressing iteration speed from quarters to hours dramatically reduces the cost of making wrong priorities. As Glick stated, when you can only do one thing a year, you'd better get the right thing right. If you can do 50 things a year, it may not matter which one you do first. /N to support this, Walmart is moving away from a dominant mental model of one large, centralized AI system, which suffers from coordination, overhead, and dependency issues, toward a federated network of task-specific agents. This approach builds resilience and clear ownership, contrasting the limitations of monolithic AI systems. /n/n Glick frames this transition not as a series of projects, but as treating AI deployment as a manufacturing capability. The machine that builds the machine. The focus shifts from building individual agents to investing in the platform, processes, and standards that make agent development repeatable and scalable across the organization. /n for retail technology leaders, the practical implication is clear. Planning overhead diminishes as iteration accelerates. While initial duplication in agent infrastructure is acceptable, allowing domain teams to build and iterate quickly, the priority is immediate execution and learning. Organizations that wait for a perfect, unified platform risk falling behind those that iterate quickly. This strategy positions leading retailers to enhance their capabilities by focusing on rapid, domain-specific execution rather than protracted, centralized planning. Artificial intelligence is emerging as a complex tool in the global fight against terrorism, particularly jihadist extremism, presenting both significant opportunities and substantial challenges. While AI is often perceived as a weapon utilized by terrorists for propaganda or device manufacturing, its potential as a counterterrorism tool is increasingly being explored through technological solutions developed by private companies. Researchers and practitioners are grappling with the conceptual frameworks necessary to understand terrorism, particularly the distinction between radicalization, the process of entry into extremist ideologies, and disengagement, moving away from violence once involvement has occurred. The consensus remains elusive, highlighting the crucial interdependence of prevention and disengagement strategies, as individuals may cycle between these states. Technological applications are focusing on both ends of this continuum. In the realm of disengagement, companies like Mythos Lab have developed Aldous, an AI-based system designed for terrorist rehabilitation and risk assessment. Based on a large language model, Aldous provides context-sensitive, personalized interactions via platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, aimed at addressing the cognitive, psychological, and emotional drivers of radicalization in former militants. Internal data from Mythos Lab indicated that after 3 months of interaction, 61% of former terrorists showed lower risk levels, and 92% of practitioners found the risk assessments to be highly effective in guiding targeted advice. Users reported finding the tool empathetic and accessible, with some describing interactions as akin to speaking with a friend. For prevention, AI is being trialed to intervene early. The Center for Action and Prevention Against the Radicalization of Individuals, CAPRI, in France, is experimenting with LLM-based conversational tools to serve as an initial information portal for families concerned about their loved one's potential radicalization. CAPRI's chatbot uses anonymized data and educational resources to provide contextualized responses, referring users to specialized services rather than attempting independent diagnosis. This approach supports hyperprevention by facilitating access to information without replacing professional human intervention. Despite these advancements, significant empirical and methodological hurdles remain. A primary challenge is the rarity of terrorist recidivism. Studies show that individuals convicted of terrorism-related offenses have significantly lower reoffense rates than common criminals, complicating the measurement of program effectiveness. Furthermore, evaluations of AI tools are hampered by reliance on small sample sizes and short observation periods, making causal links difficult to establish. The ELIZA effect, the tendency for users to anthropomorphize AI and attribute human empathy, raises concerns about fostering dependence in sensitive support mechanisms. Crucially, the literature stresses that AI cannot replace the relational dynamics essential for sustainable reintegration. Disengagement often requires rebuilding social ties, family bonds, and community integration, processes that automated technology cannot replicate. Therefore, AI tools are positioned as powerful support mechanisms for analysis, guidance, and monitoring, but must function strictly as supplements to, rather than replacements for, human-led interventions. Data security and the need for independent, longitudinal research are paramount to ensuring these technologies are deployed responsibly in this sensitive domain.